and we log in. So the users get, like an administrator of a business would get back-end access to the system. So they won't see companies. Companies is for me. I set up clients on the system to give them license codes, right? So you'll have like, all that they will see is they'll have user information and they'll have operations, okay? They won't see this necessarily. What you got over here is, because I'm just going to do a demo of the Strive account. So typical company information over here. So who's the person, what's the company name, occupation, all the contact details, and then the tenant settings, right? So if I go over here and I say user extension filter, what do I want to look for to protect? Okay, so basically what that means is, if I'm in Outlook and I say go and create a new email, right? I can say send it to my Carl at Gmail, and I'm just going to say privacy test. And then let's actually go over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create an Excel document. Okay. Say test doc, and in this test doc, what we'll do is we'll say demo to Edwin. Cool. We'll save that. Right. So the system, because it's the way it's set up, is it's saying it's looking for Excel and XLSX files. So the user, because the add-in is installed, they just do business as usual. So all they do is they just go, cool, I've created this document, and say send test. Now watch what happens when I hit send. Keep your eye on this this document over here. So if I hit send, you see it disappears. A little bit quick. But effectively what it's done is it's zipped it up and password protected it.
Oh wow, okay.
Automatically. See that? So now if I try and open this, it pops up and it says please enter the password. What the system also did is it separated the password from the original document. Okay? So now it says, dear recipient, you have received this part of the IT security policy protocols and things for data security for the business, an email containing an attachment. So it's picked up my signature with the JPEGs. These are all the files. It's designed and said that it needs to find Excel documents, and that's the one that's protected. If you would like to open it, here's the password. Okay, so anyone that's received this document now can now go and type in that, and it opens up the password over here.
Okay, so if you've got who generates the password, or do you set that when you set tenant that, let's say I've got 5 reps and they're sending stuff. I don't want them to have the password for everything. They must ask me for the password first if they're sending set attached files. So
only people that's in the to block. So it only sends passwords to people in the to block. So if you start copying people in the CC, they won't get that secondary email with a password. So it's sort of like a logical business decision where you're going, typically if I'm sending documents to people, if I'm copying someone in, it's typically to a director or someone that I'm CCing in, or a project manager or someone to make them aware that the file has gone across. They don't necessarily need to know what's in the file or anything like that. A project manager that's working on a project, if it's code or anything like that, they don't really care. They just want to make sure the file's gone across. So they will get the attachment that's compressed and zipped and password protected, but they won't get the password.
So you can't send it to someone and then BCC your mate with your company's documents in the email and then have your friend open it up.
Because if you BCC someone under operations, this is where it writes an audit chain. So if I go company and just go Strive, because I've literally just sent one now. Let's go from, still busy working on this a little bit. Let me see if I can quickly find it. So basically what it does, just to show you, we'll work on the filters to make it a bit easier. 14, see it's still 14 pages. So basically what happens is when you get a file, let's see. So it picks up who sent it. So i.e. I sent a file, I sent it to these people, so they'll get the password. I CC'd this, and if someone blind copied their mate won't get the password, and I'll see that they blind copied someone.
Okay.
So there's an audit chain to know that, like, as someone that's in charge of IT in a business, you know that data isn't leaving your company without it writing an audit chain.
Yes.
And you can keep track of this and make sure that the data is going to the right place. And then you can see number of attachments that went across. And if any of them were protected, see, this is currently set to audit all. So these are forwards on that it's picking up 20 people's signatures, but it's not protecting their signatures. This one was an Excel document, and you see it actually says archived like that.
Yes.
This was me just sending out an operations working log, and then that it password protected that. So everyone in the 2 would have gotten the password. Everyone that was CC'd, so this was a standard weekly update that I sent out to these guys in my company.
Okay.
So the project manager, if they don't need to see that, they'd be in the CC, they wouldn't get the password. And if someone was blind copied in, then obviously you'd see that they got blind copied in over here. If as a director or an administrator you need to retrieve the password, you'll see over here that the password gets stored on the admin system, and only your administrator or your director or owners of the company would have access to the back-end system.
Correct. Okay.
Another thing is, this is HTML, this system over here. So this whole thing is HTML. So you can code this thing up to your heart's content and make it look how you want. Currently, because it's Strive, you see it's powered by Pryvicy, but I put the Strive logo. Kind of warm regards to the Strive team.
So what you mean by that being HTML and everything is it's customizable to the company's graphics and media and marketing content.
Labeled. It's white labeled. So you could, for all intents and purposes, resell this thing and basically put your like powered by Unisources.
Okay. In the top logo there, the end user would have that. Yeah.
So you'd have like Easy Tape logo, the Easy Tape security policy, blah blah blah, powered by.
I would love to do a powered by Unisol.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can do that because this is just HTML, so you can code this up to do whatever you want. Cool. These are placeholders that we've got set up in the system. So yeah, like I'm doing this a little bit backwards. So
no problem.
Effectively, what I'm going to do now, because normally I start off with a PowerPoint presentation, but because it's just you and me and we just jump straight into it.